number 6, 24 through 27. The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. Number 6, 24 through 27.
It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home or you're in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mac Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And it's a grand rising, great day to each and every one of you that are here Good day, grand rising, great day to each and every one of you. It is 9:35. Of course, you know we start at 9, but then we had to had a little delay in between. So welcome to the Magman Morning Show. Grand rising to each and every one of you. Welcome to all of our listeners that are here in the United States and around the world. Uh, by courtesy of Hot Talk Radio and Television Broadcasting Network. I'd like to say good morning to all of you. It is 9:35 a.m. Central Time in the United States, and we're up and about. I'd like to say grand rising to all of you, all of our listeners and supporters, everybody that listens to us for over these past 2 years. We're just grateful that you have decided to allow us to continue to bring you the best and the finest in broadcasting. We're here each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. That's Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock Eastern on the East Coast, right here on Mag Media 3, Mag Media 3 Productions. And we're just grateful to be here. Listen, I'm fooling around a little bit today with the controls. And I said, somebody asked me to, I have a dear brother that went home to be with the Lord, a gentleman that helped. You know how you have those block brothers, they were older men, older than I was. They're working and everything. Brother Eric Frazier, that used to live on our block on Parnell Street in Chicago, 113th Street, y'all. And Brother Eric worked for many years, retired from the Chicago Transit Authority years ago, him and his brother. And Brother Eric passed away on yesterday. Darlene Frazier, my sister, we're praying for you and Marie. We're praying for you guys. And we know that it's kind of difficult for you. And I just wanted to just send out my sincere condolences to that family. Wanted to get that out the way because I had that on one of my notes was right here, of course. Let me call the roll and say good morning to Deacon Alvin Moore and his wonderful caregivers. That's Sharon Reed and that's Apostle Anthony Reed. We want to say good morning to you all. Good morning to you, Deacon. Good morning to Diane Black and her wonderful father. And as they listen to Penelope is here early this morning. You usually come in a little bit early. Am I saying early? Because usually 9 o'clock is early. I would say you would come around this time, probably around this time. Hey, Penelope, how are you? God bless you. 2-year supporter, always been a part of our show. We want to just thank you. And to each and every one of you that are out there in the bushes, and for those of you, I know that y'all have to work and you're doing various things and you have your devices hooked up and everything. We would just want to thank you for just giving us this time to come to you. And it's not always doom and gloom, like I said. Now, back to my brother on Parnell Street, I wanted to just say Eric was a big part of our lives as young men on the block. He had a very little that he say. He went to work every day, and the CTA had uniform. They had these gray and blue Navy uniforms. The Navy stripe would go down. They had little Navy tie, look like the old, not like the uniforms they got today. They act like they can't wear a decent uniform, but used to have the gray and the blue. I always admired how he would come in. You would know they had respect. They garnered respect in the neighborhood. The men of the neighborhood, they commanded respect, and they got it. And it was just a wonderful. I remember many, many times playing with his nephews, and I know his sister real well. And wanted to just let you know, Miss Darlene, everything's going to be all right. God's going to take care of you. And I know that it's a difficult time for you. Now, I was going to play something. I don't know. I had to find it. Didn't have to find it too. The Queen of the Blues of Memphis. That's Miss Karen, a warrior, Queen of the Blues, out there shoveling snow and everything. Y'all out there, the temperature now is warming up a little bit. It's 45 degrees in our region, and I heard some of the ice falling off of the roof. You know, they got it's like it was a sheet of ice on the roof. Now that the warm weather has come, we're going to be in the 60s in this region by Friday. So all that we see now is going to be gone. If the sun is not out this morning, it's raining and got a little precipitation out. So please be careful. And to all of you all that still have not gotten your lights on or anything, I hope that the crews can get out, because there's much better access to get out and help those that are out there. Now, they say that that at some point back in '94, it took them over a month or so to get lights, and I'm grateful that the crews are out. Here's some stuff that I want to talk to y'all about this morning, and that I got some key information from Jackson, from the state capitol, and I come to find now the primary election is the 10th of March in our region. That means you select your primary opponents and so forth. You select folks that's going to run for the parties. I found out, and I try to tell them how crazy it is, that in Hinds County and Jackson, Mississippi, they don't even have now early vote. I mean, it's not early voting. It's absentee voting is going on right now, especially in the state of Mississippi. You got the next 45 days or so, 44 days or so. You can go and cast your ballot even on a Saturday. In Hinds County, they don't even have them printed up. Now, you know something, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, there's something that's called crazy, and there's something that says I forgot, and then there's something that just say I just don't care. And I think that both of these fit these folks. I know some of the officials there and things like that, and they just dropped the ball. Is the fix really in? Is the fix really in Mississippi? I want to know what in the world is going on. Why aren't there in Hinds County, the capital city, the capital county, don't have ballots for the primary election to get everything together? See, now the orange man, I'm going to talk about him a little bit. I got to tell y'all about this, but let me find something real quick. I promised that I would do this, and I'm going to keep my word to my listeners. And it's not easy sometimes, folks, to go through what we go through. Wait a minute. And you need a little inspiration to go. So Magman came up with something. I went in the vault, and I remember Fellowship Baptist Church back in the day, Miss Ludella, Reverend Evans, and all the rest of them, Mother York, and all the rest of them. And the song, y'all gonna get a chance to hear it. This is courtesy of the Fellowship Baptist Church, New Name Written in Glory. And let me tell you something, people are making their transitions, and this is for all of you all that are going through. You might be remembering somebody, but I hope this gives you a little inspiration and a little joy. Wait a minute, let me see. All right, yeah, I want that one. And I'm going to get out the way. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions. Right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'm going to leave y'all alone right now. We're going to go to a commercial real quick. We'll be right back in a couple seconds. There is a new name written in glory, y'all. I tell you.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on left, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Grand Rising, great day to everybody. I didn't mean to start any trouble today. Y'all messaging me, said, play some more. No. We ain't going to do that. I did that because it was requested. And they said, pick something and just play something in the memory of Darlene's brother, my neighbor, my sister that helped raise my sister's sister. They all grew up and went to the same high school and grammar school together. And Brother Eric was much older. He's like my older brother, Sam. And I know Brother Lee knew Eric Frazier, Darlene's brother, who used to work for CTA. And he made his transition on yesterday. And we just wanted to we try to accommodate. Yeah, that was Mother York and the great famous Fellowship Baptist Church choir, Reverend Clay Evans, the late Reverend Clay Evans. Man, they don't have church like that no more, boy. If we had church like that. Yeah, that was Mother York, Consuela York. She was the announcer, and the director was not Mother, but it was Dr. Ludella Evans Reed, that was Pastor Evans' sister, Minister of Music. They ain't got Minister of Music. Now we got folks that just sit up there and they think they celebrities with microphones in front of them. And they call it a praise team or something like that. Y'all need to bring the choir back. I just like choir music to do church stuff. I ain't going to talk about a church or nothing right there like that though, but that's all right though. We want to thank, it's just good to know that we have an opportunity that we can take out time and salute our brothers and sisters that have gone on. See, we still need God, and I don't care what nobody say. You turn your back on God, that's on you. It ain't on me. And I ain't here to tell you what to do, whatever the case may be. And I ain't here to put no heaven or hell to put nobody in. I'm not trying to do that. All we were trying to do was give some inspiration to a family that made that request. Let me tell you something. People are listening. People are watching. I said, how you know I'm going to play something? We heard you play before. Would you just play something? All right, I played it. And I'm just grateful that we have a chance and an opportunity to do. Let me get to this real quick. I got Brother Leah standing by in the wings. And I wanted to bring something out. There's been an all-out attack on our journalistic brothers and sisters. They arrested four of our they arrested four journalists and black journalists, and we were talking about it on yesterday. Brother Don Lemon and there are three others, our vice president of our association, the National Black Journalists Association, the association that I belong to, and they arrested these four. They're out now. Everybody's out. God help them in the courtroom. I'm talking about the orange man that's in the White House, because you're gonna have to pay the piper one day. But let me just show you all this real quick. And if you look on the right side of your screen, now I always tell y'all that I am not anti-white. I'm just pro-black. In my profession as a broadcaster, I've met many people, and especially when I went to the Democratic Convention, boy, I mean, God really puts you in some places where the top echelon of what you're doing and the encouragement that I got from so many. And I did get a chance to meet this lady, Savannah Guthrie from NBC News, the Today Show. And she got a horrible call on the other day that her mother, who's in her right mind, there's no dementia or anything, there's nothing that's risky. She has a medical problem, but they have not heard from her from the previous evening that they had dropped her off. And nobody has heard from her. And according to the authorities in Arizona, that's where her mom was. And those of you all can see her face. I'm going to pull it up a little bit more. Y'all know her from the Today Show. And her mother's missing, and they think that she's been abducted because of the stance and because of who she is and where she works for, and she does the news, and they're attacking our families. This is unofficial. I know what's happening. Nobody just drops out of the sky. Nobody. I've heard of people and seniors that have wandered away because of various illnesses that they have, that they might be thinking they're going to work, they're doing something if you got dementia or something like that. And if it's not, but this lady is nothing wrong with her. She's very sharp-minded. Her phone was left at the house, so there's no communication, and other things were left in the house. And the police and the authorities there are saying that there's something wrong. They're stopped short of saying an abduction or something, and I'm praying for it. Let me tell you something. It could be my family. It could be my loved ones, people that are dear to me. You mess with my family, we got a problem somewhere. We're going to have a problem. But I'm praying for this family, Miss Guthrie's family, because her mother's not been found as of this morning. She still haven't been found, and she needs her medication. Now, she wasn't an invalid or nothing, but she had some life-saving medication that she has is still in the house, and she needs her medication. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, if you can't do anything else, you can pray. I'm talking about the ones that sure enough can pray. I'm not talking about those that got their ideologies and their atheism. I can't knock you. I'm not knocking your beliefs. I'm not knocking you. But pray that Miss Guthrie, I'm going to see if I can pull this up right quick while I'm over here. This is a picture of her. Well, I want to thank CNN for their wonderful opportunity that they've given us to use their footage. We want to thank our affiliates there. Here's a picture of Miss Guthrie's mother. Y'all all got mothers. We all have mother. I got 193. And somebody do something to her too, something to harm her. You ain't got no. You won't. I wouldn't rest until I find out what's going on. And I know y'all see all the commercials and everything, but I was taking this right off of their site. So y'all don't buy nothing. Don't y'all get none of these old juice loans that they got on here. Y'all don't. I ain't trying to advertise. I'm just trying to show Miss Guthrie's mother's picture. They're very tight, tight family. All of our families should. And you think about it if it was your mother missing or your loved one that's missing. But this is not, I don't think that this is a missing persons case. Don't let me go to speculating. But they saying that she was, according to the authorities, they think that she was abducted. And Miss Guthrie is a member of the broadcast family and a member of the media, like I am and Brother Lee. Um, and I'm gonna bring Brother Lee up in a little bit, and we're gonna talk a little bit about what this orange did. Ever since he's been in office, we've got nothing but trouble. Ever since this man came back where he is, nothing good has come out of it, and nothing's good gonna come out of it either where it goes. This man is a dangerous man. He went down to Georgia and sent the FBI folks down there now. That's something, but he had the CIA chief down there in Fulton County, Georgia, down there in Atlanta at the elections board, checking out or doing something with the votes that were already counted. This lie that he keeps telling, this man he's an idiot. And I said it. You come after me if you want to. You better believe me, I'm going to let them know that you here. And if you mess with my folks, I got something for you. Trust me. And that is not a threat. That's a promise. You better protect your folks. I don't care. Don't be jiving around with people and thinking that they like you and everything. And people watch the people that come to your doors. We got to be vigilant. If they doing this to people like this, who's to say what they went after Don Lemon? Who say they ain't gonna come after the Mac Man or whatever? They hurting people's families and abducting people and stuff. Who say I wish they would? They ain't gonna come over here too much with that there, because my neighbors and my folks and the people that are on my block ain't going for it. Okay, when you get through talking and everywhere else. I'm not big and bad. I may not win the fight, but you better believe me, I'll be in the number. We praying for our brothers and sisters in broadcasting that guy. Don't fear. I ain't fearing. And these people are not trained. 45 days, and then I give you a badge and a gun, and you're a deputy, and you're an officer, agent of the United States government. This man knows. I keep telling you all. I'm going to bring you in a second, Brother Lee. I'm just setting this up a little bit. I keep telling y'all, when these files came out, you got to read if you read what I read in these files. I got a few of them. I hadn't queued them in. This man is a straight up, him and his friends are straight up monsters. They even got emails saying that the former president that's gone on, George Bush, old man Bush, did some things, man. They saying that this man has done some things, and then they got codes. And I thought about it when they started saying what the codes were. They say pizza means woman, hot dog means a guy, something else means something else, little youngsters or something. They got a code that they were using on the internet, emailing each other, making their requests of what they want, little boys and little girls that they taking. Oh yeah, it's in the files. They let out some of it, but the stuff that they're not letting out is the thousands and thousands and the tens of thousands of videotape. Yes, folks, they got these people on the FBI, Justice Department. They call on the corrupt department, the Injustice Department. Still got the videos. They ain't letting them loose. They signed a law, and Trump signed it. The orange man signed it into law to turn over everything, unredacted. We want everything, and they still trying to hold back. His friends, he say, will get in trouble. All of that foolishness and garbage that's going on. Look, you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Good is going to prevail each and every time. And when journalists and broadcasters, independent journalists and broadcasters, and they going after the ones at NBC, at the big boy, they going after them. This lady's mother's missing. A family is waiting on their family is wondering what's happening. Your mama just disappeared? It ain't happening. We gonna have to go. No, ain't search party. No, we still be out looking. I'm gonna find her. And I hope and pray that they find her safe and that they can get her medication to her, that it won't be no tragedy or nothing. But I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not anti-white. I am pro-black. For 400 years, They've been doing this to black people, taking people in the middle of the night. They take them and you don't see them no more. Look at what they did to Emmett Till. Took the 14-year-old boy, beat him to death, and when his mama got him back, look at the condition. Y'all seen the pictures of the horror? If you ain't, Google it. Crack open the book sometime. Stop using, we got to, when we were going to the library, we had encyclopedias. When we had to look up some stuff, we really put our brains to work. This AI is the devil to me. I don't know what y'all all putting it. We don't know who folks is. We don't know who people is. They hiding behind the AI. Make me look like this and make me look like that. Artificial. They have these AI centers going up all over the country that it takes massive amount of voltage and electricity to run it, and water, millions of gallons of water to cool those turbines down. And they don't know, and they got one here not too close to Memphis, Shelby County, and to the Mississippi line. They got one. Where they gonna get the water from? One, they gonna get it from the Mississippi River. Where they gonna treat it at? They ain't got a treatment plant. Mississippi already, you cannot drink I wouldn't drink it. You drink it if you want to. We wondering why all this cancer and all these diseases, and people got asthma and all kinds of things, and they got all this stuff is up in the air. We don't have an EPA no more, Environmental Protection Agency. The orange man got rid of it. He's trying to get rid of the Department of Education. He said, I'm going to get you in the air and I'm going to get you in the classroom. And we out here fighting and doing all kinds of things in the streets and acting a plumb fool. Talking about black folks. Talking about my own folks first. Shooting and carrying on. You need to be somewhere in school somewhere trying to learn something, trying to get some advanced learning about what's going on in the world. The jobs that you think that you have today, ladies and gentlemen, just last night. Yesterday evening, they laid off 8,000 people, 8,000 combined people in 2 warehouses. Told them, I ain't got nothing for you. You ain't got no benefits, ain't no severance pay or nothing. I'll holler at y'all. No more. You can't get in the building no more because we turn off all the access. 8,000 people. That's a lot of families that are dependent on that paycheck. That's just 8,000. Then they had 2,000 more before then. That's 10,000 people within one region that ain't got no job. They trying to do everything that they can to take us out of here. What is it? Why y'all? And then I'm asking y'all this question: Why we need to be knocking on the door, ringing the phone? Get off the internet. Get off the social media and all that, and call your congressman and that senator, them raggedy senators that we got. There's some up in there. We got 2 around here and 2 more up north and 2 on the other side that need to go. They need to go. This is Mac Man Morning Show. I'll be right back with Brother Lee Mack and his commentary. You had to come and get me. Brother Lee already waiting for me. I'll be right back in a little bit. We'll be right back, folks, in a couple seconds.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Tune in to the Mac Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking talking about the Mac Man Morning Joe. Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And it's 10 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. We're going to bring Brother Lee Mack in a couple of seconds after we just say hello and do a station identification. You're listening to the Hot Talk Radio and Television Broadcasting Network International. And you're listening to the Macman Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States, right here on Mag Media 3 Productions. And we just like to welcome each and every one of you that is here. Brother Lee Mack is here, our co-host and our chief commentator. And Brother Lee, good morning to you, sir. Grand day, great day, great day.
Great day and new beginnings.
All right, man. I was on earlier, Brother Lee, and I was talking, somebody that we know real well as family in on Parnell. You know Darlene Frazier real well, and you knew Eric Frazier. You know Eric used to work for CTA. He passed away yesterday, and I got the call yesterday, and like I said, we do give our condolences out. And Brother Lee, he's here. Also, Brother Lee, our sister broadcaster, they took her mother. They abducted her mother because of her stance that she'd taken on the media. In the media, they attacking the media, and this man is just gone. His administration and the people that are behind this, Brother Lee, is gone completely nuts. So I'm bringing Brother Lee Mack right now. Brother Lee, come on, take as much time as you may consume. Our co-host and our chief commentator of this, the Magman Morning Show, Brother Lee Mack. Go ahead, Brother Lee.
Well, I like to say when you think that it's not going to be you, it's you, and when we think that things can't get any more bizarre, they do. And in this day and time with this administration, you just don't know what's going to happen next. You just can't guess, because when you guess, you're wrong. Somebody would have told me that Donald Trump would have ran for president and won a second term. I would have said that would be absolutely insane. But look at it, he's in there again. I mean, because the thing is they found what they would call a sweet point where people hated women more, hated that black woman more than they hated a Donald Trump. They hated women. And that's sad. Even women voted against that woman. And that's something we have to look at where this country is. When we think that it's about the most intelligent, the most competent, the most morally straight, and then we say, okay, if this is what this country needs, she's the candidate to be. And she's the president of the future. And when you see that this country is not looking for the most competent, they're not looking for the most morally straight, they're not looking at the smartest, the most intelligent. That's not what this country is looking for. Because if it's based on your merits, she would be president now. But it's not based on anything that's what this country stands for. And you have to look at that now. When you stand up and put your hand over your heart, you got to look at what you're doing, because this country doesn't stand for anything that it says. And that's a fact. People say, well, it's not true. It's a fact because it's proven. Look who you have in office. Look what they allowed to have in office. And, the rest of this world, these world leaders and people from another country look at America and they say, they have no respect for us, and I wouldn't either, because look who you put in office. It's an abomination, but you see it now, and it continues to happen. And people don't, and your next door neighbors, look at your next door neighbors, what they talk about, what they want from their families, their kids, and uh, what they say that they're morally straight and they stand for something. Well, most of America don't stand for anything. Most of America is not morally straight. Most of America is not intelligent. They don't read. Most of America don't care about how this country is ran. Because if you can put Donald Trump in office, then you'll do anything. You know, the same people that laugh in your face and say they have black friends. I got friends that are black. I got friends that are Hispanic. I got no. What does that mean? It means nothing. You know, so that's what we have to look at. You know, what someone says in the street and what they do behind closed doors, what they do in that voters booth. When they get in that booth and they lie to your face and say, yeah, I'm for what's right. And then they get in that booth and they vote for this incompetent devil. And that's what you have to look at. These people go around saying one thing and doing something else. They vote their own interest, which is they think their own skin color. And that's what it boils down to. It's not about issues or anything like that. It's about skin color. The Hispanics voted for Donald Trump because they didn't think that they were included into that race of people that he was talking about he was going to get rid of. And now they see that he means all brown, black, dark, white, medium skin, all of you going. And we on deck, you know, and we say, well, why should we help the Mexicans, the Hispanics? And I'm gonna tell you something. If you look on social media, they're stopping black folks. They stopped this guy. He was a captain in the military, and he was driving home with his groceries, and they stopped him, and he was born in Alabama. You know, he wasn't born in any other country. He was born in Alabama. They stopped him and they asked him, stopped him in his vehicle, and they asked, they was doing a check, some kind of a road check, and they asked him, did he have any ID? And he said, yes, I have ID. I got my driver's license. I got my military ID. And they asked him, where were you born? He said, Alabama. And they said, do you have your birth certificate on you? Do you have your passport? He said, I don't think I need a pass. He said, I don't need a passport. I don't need a birth certificate on my person. And they said, yes, you do. And you know what they did? They put him in that back of that car and they took him to jail. They had his car towed and someone had to come and pick him up. So, and he's a captain in the military. So when you think it's not gonna be you, it's somebody like him that's been born in Alabama, grew up here, and serving his country, can be arrested and thrown in jail for no reason, even though he can prove who he is, and that tells you where the state of this country is. That's what I have to say, my brother.
It's just interesting because, Brother Lee, you know, and you know how people sometimes say that it's a conspiracy. And y'all don't know what you're talking about. We live in, and not to alarm anybody, but we ought to be on guard about these things, man, because we sit back and we see what's happening, and will there, and like I was trying to tell somebody the other day, they say, well, he gonna do what he want to do. He gonna do what I say. You know, listen, let me say this. It's not about him, and I think that a lot of times, like you say, we focus in on the distract. He's the distraction, sure enough. But it's the people behind the scenes that are implementing the policies that are against and what's going on and what's happening in the world, man. And it baffles me because I don't know. Is it that people just don't? I mean, there's still people that support this man after everything that's going on and everything that's out. They holding back all of the stuff that they saying that All the stuff that they saying that he's in, all these videotapes and all these other things. They got the Clintons getting ready to come on Congress and testify and all this other stuff. So it's a whole lot of ball of confusion. Can you talk about the confusion and the games that people play and the facade that they try to put up while they doing their dirt, Brother Lee?
Well, it's a misdirection. People have to understand we get distracted by one thing, and we keep like I would say, like Jesse Jackson used to say, keep your eye on the prize. And we take our eyes off of it. We like a dog with a bone. We're watching somebody throw this that way, and they're doing something the other way. It's a distraction. He put enough garbage out there, you won't be able to keep track of what's really going on. And that's the thing we have to understand, that it's a distraction. These things that he's doing, he's got bigger things he's doing behind the scenes that gets us distracted from what the real purpose that he's trying to do. So that's what we got to understand, that it's not just Donald Trump. It's the people that work behind Donald Trump. That he's a puppet and they're pulling the strings. We have to understand that he's a puppet and they're pulling the strings. Why? We don't understand that old white men run this country. Old white folks, old Caucasian white folks run this country. If you look at one of those staff meetings, it's 99%, 99.9% is Caucasians in that room. They run this country. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. In this world, in this, what we call this world, 15 to 20% of this world is made up by Caucasians. 15 to 20%. Only 15 to 20% is that takes up this country. 15 to 20%. And I'm being very generous. So 85% of this country, this world, is black. 85%. And only 15% runs this whole world. See? And they decide what our future is going to be. It's time for us to stand up, the majority, to stand up and start running this world ourselves, because we're allowing 15 to 20% to tell us how we're going to live, and we're not included. They're trying to wipe this world population out. The 85%, they're trying to wipe it out. If you don't believe me, look it up. That's what I have to say, my brother.
And it's an eye opener. And my thing is sometimes, Lee, and I'm just going to say this a couple seconds. My thing is it really that people? I mean, I know that we're not supposed to be alarmist or anything like that, or try to panic or anything like that. But I don't think a lot of people take it serious. Is it? And I don't mean to put you through all this, Brother Lee, but I just wanted to know your commentary on this and opinion on this, that it seemed like people are just, and I'm talking about our folks, people in our community. No offense to those that are in other communities. It just seemed like it's just okay. Is that reaction that I see people in our community having? Is it that they're tired, or they just say, okay, they've been doing this for so long, so what else can we in, endure? We can endure this or whatever, or whatever. It's just them beating up on us. How serious should we take these things that are going on, and how aware should we be about what's happening in our country, Brother Lee? And I ain't
We
trying to
should.
bother you, but I want.
I would say, my brother, we should be very serious about what's going on. It's like that cartoon Chicken Little. It was this little duck or bird. He was sleeping, and a rock hit him in the head, and he fell out of a rock, just rolled down off this hill and hit him in the head, a little small rock, and he said the sky is falling. He went and warned everybody that the sky is falling. But and it wasn't true, but he was just an alarmist. And the thing, and I'm gonna tell you like this: the sky is truly falling. It's truly serious. We should be truly paying attention to this. It's time for us to wake up. Yes, the sky is truly falling. This is not a joke. This is not being alarmist. This is not saying that we're being overreacted. We've been overreaction, reacting about it. But the thing is that the sky is truly falling. This is time for us to wake up. We can't just wait things out anymore. This is not a time for us to say, yeah, we can survive this. We're tired of surviving anything. It's time for us to rise up and stop surviving. We've been surviving since we got here. It's time for us to reap the benefits of this country because we made this country for what it is. I'm not made it for what it is, but the thing is that we have built this country, with our sweat and our sweat and our efforts and our
Yeah.
lives. And the thing is, it's time for us to reap the benefits of what this country has done because this country has built itself on our backs. And still, we're just waiting on the crumbs to fall off the table because they're eating the cake and we're looking for the crumbs and we're happy to get the crumbs if we can get it. And it's time for us to stop waiting on them to push some crumbs off the table from them eating a cake. And that's the thing we're doing here. We keep saying it's not so bad, but dang, it's not good. It's not good. It's not nearly where it's supposed to be. See, that's the thing. We enduring all the time. It's time for us to stop the enduring. It's time for us to reap the rewards and stop asking and begging for them to give us the crumbs off the table. We've been begging for crumbs for 400 years. It's
Yeah.
time for us to stop begging and start taking for what's ours. See, and that's the thing. And stop being ashamed of saying, we shouldn't apologize for being who we are. We shouldn't apologize for saying that, look, we're for each other because nobody was for us. So we have to stop
Say it again,
apologizing
Lee.
and
Wait,
saying,
say it again, Lee. They didn't hear
we
you in the
have to
back. Say it
stop
again.
apologizing for being who we are. We always
Yeah.
apologizing and saying that I'm pro this, I'm pro. No, we're for us. We're for
Black.
us because nobody else was for us. Nobody else
Show
was
enough.
for black folks. And so we don't have to apologize every time we speak for us. We have to include them. No, we don't have to include them anymore because you know what? They've never included us. So we always have to say we're fighting for rights for everybody. No, we're fighting for rights for us. Because when
Yes,
we
sir.
fight for us, everybody rises. When we fight
Yeah.
for us, everybody gets some. See, they don't understand. They saying, well, they trying to single us out and keep us out. But when we fight for us, we fight for you too. We fighting for everybody. See, and that's the thing that people have to. We always apologizing for being us. I mean, we ain't been here. We ain't had nothing to be apologizing for. And see, that's the thing. They make us say, well, I include them too. Stop including them because they don't include us. That's what I have
That's
to
right.
say, my brother.
That's right, man. That's right. You also, Lee. I want you to hold that thought. Give me a second or two. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Let me find what I wanted. I'm gonna come right back with Brother Lee with some more of that. Keep that thought, Brother Lee. We're gonna come right back. We'll be right back, folks. Right back.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know. Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show. Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And we're back with Brother Lee Mack, our chief commentator and our co-host, and he was hitting on something that I had somebody sent me. Now y'all know I can't answer y'all right now. We're going to try to work that situation out. But somebody said, Lee, keep talking. They said that, and then somebody got on me too. I'm going to say what they said about me. They say, Brother Mack, you always say you anti-white You're not anti-white. You just pro-black. Why don't you just say that you black and stand up like Brother Lee? This is the message that Brother Lee said. They said, stop saying that. And just say you for the folks. You for our people. Come on, Brother Lee. Why? I'm
Well,
not
the
gonna
thing
say
is,
why. Come on, Brother
well,
Lee. Come
the
on.
thing is,
Come
my
on.
brother, we always have to apologize because they say we're angry all the time. You know what? Our voices are naturally deep. That scares Caucasians. That scares them. When we speak, that scares them because they can't
Make
get
them
their
nervous.
voices deeper than us. And you know, when we stand up and
That's
speak
something.
clearly, they say we're angry because we speaking up for ourselves for now. They say when our black women speak up for themselves, they say they're being an angry black woman. No, we being a forceful, standing up for what we believe in, black folks. That's what we do. They put a stereotype on us. They put a tag on us because we are who we are. We stand out because that's what we do. We stand straighter than they do. We speak clearer than they do. We speak deeper than they do, and they jealous of that. So they tell us, look, you sound too angry. You sound what they mean is you sound too black. You sound too much like they're afraid of us. And see, and that's what makes them afraid because they
Come
know
on, Brother
what
Lee.
they've
That's
done,
right.
what they've done to us, and we can still stand up straight. We still
Yeah.
they jealous of us when you can have a deep like I was talking to my grandson and he's 17 years old. His voice is deeper than mine. But see, that's the thing. That's what we come with. That's how we come here. We come here with a deep voice. We come here with a straight look. We come here with a staring look, and because you know what? It makes them, it reminds them of what they did to us and how we keep standing up straight, how we keep looking like we do, and we're proud to be who we are. They want us to be ashamed of ourselves. They tell us not to speak so clearly, not to speak so deeply, not to stand up so straight. You're making me scared. You see,
Mm,
we
mm.
make them afraid because afraid that's their own insecurity. See, we can't pacify them by shrinking ourselves. They want us to shrink so they can feel big. They want us to speak softly so they can feel good about themselves. No, not anymore. No, not anymore. We need to
No
stand up,
more.
speak clearly, be proud of each other, not apologize for who we are. We've been apologizing too long. We've been making excuses for them so they can walk all over us. No, to make them feel good about being here. So they feel uncomfortable when we speak up. They say, oh, there go another angry black person. No, see, that's a tag they put on us. They want us to believe that we are that who they say we are. We are not. We are proud people and we speak clearly and we need to stand up straighter and we need to be proud of who we are and be pro us, be all of us, and stop saying they pro white. They show you by voting for Donald Trump. They pro white. Every time they get a chance, they vote for a white president. They have voted for all of their presidents have been white except for one. So here's that thing. That shows you right there. All of their presidents have been white, except one. We got one out of 45 or 40, whatever the heck it is. Well, out of 40 elections, 40 presidents, no, it's been more elections than that, but out of 40 some presidents, we get one president and they tell us to be happy. You know what? And you know what? This country has been around for 400 years. We still talking about the first this and the first that and the first this. It's 400 years and we talking about the first this and that. We should be well beyond being the first. It should have been so many more of us that heck. If this country is the country of opportunities, why are we still talking about the first? We still talking about the first. We just had the first black president. We haven't had the first black woman president, and it's been over 200-300 years. We still talking about the first at your job. You may say, I'm the first black person that's been hired over there. Dang, it only took you 400 years. This country is what it is. It's a racist country when we still got to talk about the first and still be proud about. We watch those Grammy Awards, those Oscars on TV, and they'll say, oh, so-and-so won an Oscar. Like, okay, they got 12 nominations for that movie Sinners. And we say, oh, man, they're giving us an Oscar. We might be able to get one. One out of 200 Oscars or 300 Oscars, they give us an Oscar. And see, and we say, oh, man, we crying and everything because they threw us a bone. We got to stop being, we have to stop being so proud of being included in something that they give us when they don't give us anything, and they haven't given us access to anything, and we cry when they give us access, and they let one black person over the hill, they let one black person put through the fence, they let one of us get through, and we so proud, we so happy, we saying, oh, they got one, we got one Oprah Winfrey, wow, and they got thousands of them, and we got one of us. So we have to stop saying, oh, look at us, they throwing us a bone. We got to stop being proud of the bones that they throwing us. We want the meat. We asking for they give us a bone. We got to stop asking for bones and say, look, we want the meat. We want the whole hog. We want the whole cow. We want it all. We got to stop eating them bones and the hooves and the tails like we've been eating when we were slaves. And we got to say, look, we don't want that no more. We want the steak. We want the filet mignon. We paid for it with our life. That's what I have to say, my brother.
As Brother Lee Mack, y'all, I keep trying to tell y'all, you better look it up. You better get your information right. You better get it right, because you know something. I'm going to take the advice of all of you, and we black. And we better stand up for each other. We better get our ducks lined up in a row and make sure that we fortify ourselves, not in a violent way, whatever the case, but they've been using and doing any and everything to us. Yes, I'm black. Yes, I'm who I am. No, I ain't ashamed of nothing. And Lee made a real good call, because they said, well, your voice such and so, you always had this. I said, well, God gave me this voice, and the projection thereof, and they do get nervous. Speak. Have you ever been? I want to ask you this. This is a question and a statement, Brother Lee, that I want. Have you ever been in a place where, I'm asking the audience too? Have you ever been in a place and people, they just look at you, and you stand up and you speak the King's English real good, and you say what you say, and you got that voice. It's something about that voice. It's got that booming, that projection that no other voice of any other people have. We got it. We got it. Very few people of the Caucasian or the other races have a voice like ours, have an appearance like ours, have a seriousness like ours. When we're determined, no matter how many times you knock us down, no matter how many times you step on us. It's something, it's just like, have y'all ever seen this as a kid? They used to have this balloon thing, and it was a clown. It was something. It was like a puncher, and it's like a weeble. If y'all ever heard of a weeble, weeble wobble, but they don't fall down. They kick us. They keep hitting us. We bounce back up. Hit us again. We bounce back, and they stomp on us. We bounce back up. We bounce back. We bounce back. There's a song called, isn't it a song, Brother Lee, somewhere called a bounce back or step back, bounce back, bounce, or something like that, or whatever the case may be. But we the bounce backers. You can knock them down. Oh, help us. Oh my, this and that, and listen to their voice, and they all talk alike. They say, we talk white and this and that, but they don't have what we got. They ain't got that projection like my nephew got. They ain't got the voice, even in singing and sports and in anything. We're the best. And they don't understand that we the best, Brother Lee. Brother Lee, you know how we got our athletes, we got our stars. There's nobody that looks like a sister or a brother.
See,
Put a
that's the
brother in
thing
a. I
about
mean,
us.
come on, brother. Come on, Brother Lee. Come
That's
help
the
me out a
thing
little
about
bit.
us, is that they fear us because they know for sure. This is the saying that people used to say: "You give them an inch, they take a mile." They know if we get an inch, we gonna take the mile. That's what we do.
Hmm.
We give us an inch, we gonna take a mile. That's exactly what we do. You look at it in sports and business and entertainment and anything that we get into, we take an inch. They give us an inch and say that's all they gonna get. We take the whole mile, and that's what we've been doing. That's the understanding that we do, man. That's in everything that we've done. We've been given an inch. We've been given 1 inch, and we've taken miles because we've been given that inch, because they don't expect us to do anything with it. But every time we get that inch, we take a mile. So, and that's the thing we got to understand. It don't take us much to get started, but once we get going, it's hard to stop us. We cannot be stopped. And that's the thing we have to understand, because our kids I don't know. We have to tell our young people, look, we only need an inch because we're going to take them out because we do not give up. And I tell people, persistence is something that's amazing. If you don't quit, you're going to make it. If you don't quit, you're going to make it. That's the thing. People say, well, then how long I got to go? As long as it takes. You know, hey, how many times I got to fail is how many times you get up. Not how many times you fall down, it's how many times you get up. And that's the thing we got to do. We say, well, I done failed so many times. All you got to do is succeed one time. And that's the thing. We have to understand with us, we are capable. God has given us the ability to endure and succeed. See, out of any race of people on this planet, we can endure and succeed. It's our history. And the thing is, I want to say, my brother, is that, you know, and you run this show and we run it together. But I want to say this: we should give
Yeah,
every day. We should give the accomplishments of our previous brothers and sisters that are
we
past
gonna
in
do
history
that.
that have made some great accomplishments that we don't know about, that we don't read about, that is not in our publications. And every day I'm on, with your permission, with your agreement, my brother,
I'm with you, Lee. Whatever. You the
we
co-host,
gonna put
brother.
some
Yes,
black
sir.
folks out here, and black
Yes,
folks that
sir.
people don't know that existed. Like we got a sister that invented the internet. We got a sister that we got sisters that invented the cell phone. We got to put those things out there because those things we thinking these things have been created by Caucasians. And I'm gonna tell you something. We created a large number of these inventions. I would say once I put it on the air, man, they'll understand to see how we created these things that we see
That's
out
right.
here every day. And that's the thing. I think we should at least mention that
We
every
gonna do
day,
it. Let's
a
do it.
couple
Let's
of
do
times
it.
every day
Let's do it.
the accomplishments of black
That's
folks.
right.
And I'm gonna give you just one example. This
Give
guy
it to
named
us, Lee. Come on, give it to us.
Clark Gable. He was a great actor, white guy, right? You know, people remember Clark Gable. I don't know. Back in the day, he was a huge actor. He was number one. The
Yeah.
ladies loved him. That man
Gone
was
with the wind. He was with Gone
yeah,
with
he
the
was
Wind, I
gone with.
think.
Do you know that brother was black?
Mm. Say it
There
again,
you
brother
go.
Lee. Say it again.
That
Come on
brother
now.
Clark Gable was a black man. Yes, he was.
Mm. Mm.
Look that up. Did you know?
Look it up.
Did you know Babe Ruth was black? He was an orphan left on somebody's doorstep. Yes, he was a black guy. There
Mm.
you go.
I like
So
that. To see, we're gonna call it the look 'em up. We gotta find. You gotta find a segment. That's your segment, brother Lee. I think it'll be a great thing for us to do. Yeah, let's do it, man. Hey, I ain't got. Listen,
I'm
let me
saying
tell
there's a
you
lot of
something.
things about us we don't know, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things we should know because they have whitewashed our history so bad that we don't know what's happening about us. That's what I have to say, my brother.
Wow, we're gonna have that segment, and I already got a message. They said now we're talking. I said, okay, all right, because let me tell you, people, ladies and gentlemen, and brothers and sisters, we and I feel you, Lee. I feel I got something for you. I got to do better than what I'm doing because we had some challenges, and no matter what our challenges are, and then go back to what Brother Lee was saying, they no matter how many times we're the bounce backers. Bounce back. We bounce back. We're back. We're bounce back. They hit us. They tried to hit our show. They tried to hit our pockets and do everything. I mean, people that look just like us, but we gonna bounce back. And like I said, everybody that's punching at you, it's a lot of folks punching. We got the jealous folks in our own community, and we got the people that are really they are afraid. I want to say this, brother Lee, because you bringing some stuff, and we're gonna take time like we are. This is Magman Morning Show. We started at 9:30, and we're gonna roll a little bit longer. I got to say this though. You know this thing that they do, and this is something that I know that a lot of us had experienced. That when we walk on the elevator, I mean, you heard about this, and the white woman clutches her purse, or they see a bunch of us coming, not a bunch, but they see you walking, and they all of a sudden you see somebody, you see the white woman turn around and look at you. Have you ever had that experience? Tell folks about their experiences, how they feel about us, because they know who we are, But it seemed like we don't know who we are. Come on, Brother Lee, just a little bit more,
Well,
man. I know you got a little more in you.
they know more about us than we do. And yes, we make them feel uncomfortable every time we come around them. They feel that uncomfortability. They feel out of place because we have a strong sense of us. And the thing is that when we go around them, they feel out of place. And that's the thing. When we may go around, like you said, when we go in an elevator, they clutch their purses. The white men tend to then slump their shoulders over a little bit when we walk into a room. See, when they see a brother a brother or a sister, when you walk into an elevator, you're all clean and you got your nice clothes on and you're speaking correctly. They don't like that. They say, "Oh man, you speaking right." Well, no, I said, listen. Then I tell people, and people say, "Well, you sound white." When white people sound a certain way, they think that's correct English. They have the worst grammar ever. It's just that something in their throat to make them sound the way they do. That's not right. That's not proper. That's just something how they speak. They're not speaking correct English, but we want to speak like them to think that we're intelligent. But no, you know what? We speak intelligent. It's just that it's how our voices come out. It's just that our voices is deeper than theirs. It's more distinct than they are. That's what that's what they say, man, and that's what it is. And see, I had this white woman. I was at my granddaughter's basketball game, and this white woman was asking this other woman about my granddaughter's hair, and she said, she said, "I want to get my daughter's hair like that." And how do you do it? She says, "Well, my daughter does her hair herself." But see, the white woman's hair is white, it's straight, and she thinking that you could just do that. I say it's not something you can do, it's something we have. And they like what's about us, but they don't like us. They like everything about us, but they don't like us being there. They would like to adapt us, but we're around to remind them that we're there. And see, and that's the thing. Yes, they want to be us. They like everything about us. They like our music, our clothes, and how we talk and dance, and how we come up with things and how we do us. See, they're more envious of us than we are of us. See, that's the thing. We trying to be like them, and they trying to be like us. And I'm gonna tell you something. It's more to us than it is to them, because they don't have a culture. Everything they got from us. And see, and that's the thing. They want to be more like us than they do. And see, and that's the thing we have to understand is we have so much God has given us. And we have to be proud of who we are and stop trying to be like them, because I'm going to tell you something. They don't have a culture. And you can look it up. They do not have a history. And you can look this up. See, they get their history from us. We taught the Greeks how to bathe themselves. We taught Caucasians how to wash themselves, how to learn the alphabet, how to speak clearly. We taught them everything about how to be a human being. But that's in history. But they'll tell you about civilization. They don't know nothing about civilization because they were in caves. And you can look this up, my brother.
Yes, sir. Listen, y'all, this has been a hot show today. I got all your messages. You got a message, Brother Lee. This is a guy from, I just got to read this statement. Omaha, Nebraska. This gentleman's from, I didn't get a permission to say his name, but the gentleman in Omaha says, "Where have you been, bro? Where's this, Brother Lee? I guess this is the first time that, well, welcome to the show, and thank you for listening and everything, Brother Lee. Hey, look, it must be one of them things that sometimes it takes certain things to wake us up. And he's saying, let me make sure I got this here. He's saying he agreed 100%. We should not be hiding. Don't be covering up who we are because they're watching us." And he also says the comparison that he's trying to make, Brother Lee, is he say that, like you were saying about it, he's saying the music And he say even in the church, he say some of the white Caucasians is trying to preach like the black people. Do you know anything about that, Brother Lee? Give him a little satisfaction. Hello, sir. Omaha,
Well,
Nebraska's talking, Lee.
he's right 100%. They trying to be like us. They copy us. They copy everything that we do. And you know, if we weren't around, they'd be the most boringest people you ever want to talk to. We incentivize their life. We make their existence better. You know, and they tell us they don't want us around, but they don't want us around, but they would love to have our culture. They would love to have our minds. They would love to have our look. They would love to have everything about us, but they just hate us being around them to remind us where they stole it from. See, that's the thing. They don't like us to be around because it reminds them of where they stole everything that they got. And that's the thing. We can't be ashamed of who we are. Be proud of who you are. Because I'm going to tell you something. Don't shrink in the sight of them. Because you know what? That's what they want to see. They want to see us shrink. They want to see us be smaller so they can grow bigger. And so they can be bigger. And that's the thing. Don't never shrink for anyone. So to make them feel comfortable. And that's what they want from us. They want us to shrink so they can feel comfortable in the room. And that's why they call our women loud and angry. No, that's a confident sister. That's a confident sister that speaks her own mind. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. And don't when they tell you that you're angry, that means that you're proud. That's what they mean. They don't like to see a proud sister. They don't like to see a proud brother. And that's the thing that makes them feel uncomfortable. And that then don't make them feel comfortable in a room just because you gotta shrink. That's what I have to say, my brother.
This is the MacMan Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions. We like to thank all of our Hot Talk Radio and television viewers and the gentleman from Omaha, Nebraska. I hope that Brother Lee, he inspired you, and as he has inspired all of us here, especially me. And we are going to feature each and every weekday, as Brother Lee's discretion, what he would like to do to bring the accomplishments of it's Black History every day. I got to say it. Let me say it again. Ain't no history without Black history. Ain't no history without Black. We are the ones. And I'm wondering why, Brother Lee. I keep saying this as I let him go, I ain't trying to bug him or nothing, but I often see each and every day. All you got to do is look at your daily walk and what you do, whether you're in the factory, whether you're delivering mail, no matter what you're doing. It's something that we do and we do it well. When we do something, we do it well. When we really put our minds and our hearts to using that God gave us, we make the world go round along with the things that we do. And I mean, there's a lot of things that people are doing, a lot of opportunities that we've had, a lot of people that made a lot of gains, not just the firsts and the seconds, but we still got extraordinary and amazing people out there, because you know something, be proud who you are. I'm Black. I can't help it. They be like Brother Lee say, they knocked us, they put us in the alley, they put us on the shelf, they throw us away, they think they are, but somehow, some way, look at the Grammys, look at the Oscars, look at these things that are going on, these award shows and all this stuff. Somewhere along the line, they got their inspiration from us. They got their story from us. They got their mannerism from us. There's nobody built like a Black man or a Black woman. There's nobody that looks like a Black man or a Black woman. There's nobody that really thinks like us. We're uniquely made in the image and the likeness of God. God sure enough knew what he was doing when he made us. And I want to thank all of y'all for being here. We're going to get out of here. Brother Lee, we're going to make that a part of our show. So get ready. That's your segment. You bring it out. The accomplishments of a great people, the accomplishments. Yeah, we can always talk about the Pookie and the Ray Rays, but you know something? Even in wrongdoing, I ain't trying to glorify. Wait a minute. I ain't trying to glorify anything. All I'm trying to say is, in everything that we do, American Gangster. I'm gonna leave this alone after this. Now they got mad with Frank Lucas. I know he was selling dope and all this other stuff. They've been doing that from the beginning of time, so don't tell I'm not promoting it. But check out the movie. Now, all along, he was getting everything that he was getting from the Italian boys. The Italian boys were getting it from somewhere else, and they was taking it from folks, stepping on it, all that other stuff that they was doing. Okay, and he figured a way. He said, "Wait a minute now, it got to be a better way. They be getting it from. So I'm gonna go to the source." And this man went to the source. Yeah, it was diabolical. Yeah, it destroyed the communities and everything. Even in the wrongdoing, if you put a black person put their mind to it, they become successful in what they're doing. Just like what we're doing in broadcasting. Don't you know the reason that they locked Don Lemon up was because Don Lemon was reaching folks. Why they hate the Mac man? Because people are listening. I got people in the southern state. I ain't gonna say which one that look just like, and see, we got to stop hating on each other. Stop being a tool for them. Because just like Brother Lee has said, I don't know if y'all remember this, the Willie Lynch letter. How to keep things so divided in the black community where it's successful, it makes things successful for them. Because see, after we get through beating up on each other, they'll grab one of us and say, "Oh, hey man, they shouldn't treat you that way. You're our friend. You can come and eat at our table," and getting all of the knowledge and all of the wisdom and all of the things that's inside of us. They get because why? We hurt each other. We beat each other down. We talk about each other. We talk about the men. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just say it. Black men. Boy, I tell you, they say the black woman. I know that y'all taken things, y'all gone through all of these things, but it's the origin of us is the man. If I can keep that black man down, if I can keep him from doing what he's doing, if I can keep him doing what he is out there doing, switching and twitching and carrying pocketbooks and everything, if I can take his manhood away from him, are you all listening to me? There is I gotta find this. They're in the Epstein files. I'm gonna let y'all go. In the Epstein files, Jeffrey Epstein them were talking about how to take the masculinity away from black folks. How can we make them more feminine and make the women more harder? We got to he was talking to advertising directors and people that put commercials out and said, we're going to change the way we're going to make it attractive for a man to put makeup on. I'm not dissing you. That's your flavor. You do what you do. But they're trying to destroy our young brothers and sisters out there to demote them. If one of them, and you just got to look at these things. We got to stand together. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We getting ready to get out of here. Brother Lee Mack, our co-host. Once again, I thank you. Love you, brother. We go make sure get ready for tomorrow now, because Brother Lee might got something for you, boy. You just don't know. And I want to thank everybody, our friends everywhere around the country right here, especially to the ones that have sent me messages. I'll try to respond to them as quickly as possible. But I wanted to bring that out, and I wanted to thank you all. This is the Mac Man. This your show. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. Black brothers and sisters living together to get the word out to the other folks that you ain't got to be jealous of nobody. All you got to do is have trust and faith in God, and he'll take care of you as long as you just sit tight. He got more than enough to take care of all of us. We're going to get out of here. And I'm grateful for all of you and all that you have done and all that you have contributed to us, and continue to help us. Continue to help us to get the word out. Go to our Cash App. We got $ Mac Media 3. Send $1 or $2. It ain't gonna hurt. We trying to expand. I guarantee you that if we start doing for each other and start taking care of each other, we gonna be all right. Everything gonna be all right. And to all of you out there, y'all have a good day. Enjoy your day. Be safe out there. This is the Mac Man Morning Show. We'll see you on tomorrow morning. Thank you, Brother Lee. Love you all, y'all. I'll holler back. We gone. We out of here.